As spring begins to sweep across the distant mountains, millions of wild creatures set out on a journey for survival. From the weary salmon swimming upstream to the herds of wildebeest facing off against crocodiles, every step is a battle. Every creature must endure nature's relentless trials, fighting for life and for the future of its kind. But have you ever wondered, what happens when millions of creatures are forced to face challenges so harsh that even nature itself seems unable to relent? The Great Migration, the epic journey of survival. When spring arrives, a miraculous journey begins. After years spent in the vast ocean, where fierce waves cradle them, millions of salmon start their return to the place they were born, the sweet rivers they have never forgotten. But how do they manage to swim hundreds of kilometers upstream against powerful currents without ever losing their way? Starting from the deep ocean waters, the sockeye salmon must face a relentless series of trials. They swim into the upstream current, where every drop of water seems to resist their advance, as if nature itself had set this as a test of survival. They must cross raging rivers. The powerful rushing currents seem determined to sweep everything away, and each salmon must battle against the force of the water. Every persistent stroke, every powerful thrust of the tail is a relentless effort to keep going. But the salmon's trials have only just begun. As they draw closer to their destination, where the river roars and majestic waterfalls loom ahead, the true hardship finally begins. With exhausted bodies, the salmon must fight relentlessly, leaping over raging waterfalls. The massive cascades crash down like an unyielding wall, and the salmon must launch themselves, soaring over the deep, yawning chasms below. Each jump is a spectacular display, but also a life and death struggle. But are they truly safe once they escape the waterfalls? Standing guard on the rocky banks, the giant bears wait in silence, their eyes sharp as blades, never leaving the churning water below. Each time a salmon leaps out of the water, it becomes a golden opportunity for these predators. With a powerful strike, they snatch their prey mid-air, razor-sharp claws sinking deep into the salmon's body. And just a second later, the fish has become their meal. For the bears, this is the feast they've waited for all year, an essential part of their wild existence. They savor every moment, each salmon's desperate leap only adding to their delight. With faces devoid of sympathy, the bears watch as the salmon hurl themselves toward death with ease. This is the harsh truth of nature, where life and death are merely parts of a cycle, where the strong always prevail and the weak are mercilessly crushed. For the bears, this hunt is neither fear nor tension, but a simple joy. Life goes on, and they have yet another full meal. The salmon, though they fought with everything they had, could not escape this tragic end. Their bodies lie scattered everywhere, some from sheer exhaustion, others victims of the bear's ruthless hunt. After enduring an endless journey, they could not escape the death that nature had already written for them. Though many salmon have collapsed from exhaustion and can go no further, some still endure, fighting on, swimming toward the place of their birth to fulfill the final mission of their lives, to spawn and keep the current of life flowing. But after completing their mission, the mother salmon cannot survive. Their bodies are too exhausted, battered by the harsh environment, the raging waterfalls, and the attacks of predators. After laying their eggs, they quietly slip into death. It is the end of a great journey, a journey that was anything but easy, yet profoundly meaningful. Meanwhile, in Africa, a massive migration is underway, considered one of the greatest on Earth. Every year, millions of wild animals, from wildebeest to zebras, embark on the Great Migration across the Serengeti Plains, one of the world's natural wonders. This journey begins as the dry season blankets the land, when water sources grow scarce and the grass withers. Herds of wildebeest and zebras are forced to move in search of life, crossing vast plains and facing predators like lions, leopards, and hyenas. On their arduous migration, zebras and wildebeest don't simply move together. They display a surprising cooperation between wild species. These species, instead of competing for resources like so many others, actually help each other overcome the harshest challenges. Zebras, with their superior vision, spot danger from afar, while wildebeest, with the power of their massive herds, form a protective barrier for the group. This partnership is not just a survival strategy, it's a remarkable testament to the power of cooperation in the wild. As the wildebeest and zebras approach the banks of the Mara River, also known as the River of Death, all strategies and herd cooperation suddenly become useless. At the River of Death, no help can save the weak. Only sheer determination and speed can carry them through the raging currents and past the deadly predators lurking below. But in this race for survival, many still fail, becoming victims of nature's ruthless cycle. How many lives will fall to the cruelty of nature? And can life truly go on when every step is a battle between life and death? The brutality of nature, like the migration across the Mara River, is not so different from our own journey through life. Just as the animals must face merciless trials, we too must learn to accept painful truths and inevitable losses. Meanwhile, in northern Tanzania, another magnificent migration is unfolding. The journey of the flamingos to Lake Natron, one of the most mysterious and challenging places on Earth. Every year, thousands of flamingos from all over flock here, crossing arid mountains and vast plains to reach one of the harshest environments on the planet. But the real challenge begins as they approach Lake Natron, known as the breeding paradise, yet also a place full of trials. Lake Natron is no peaceful paradise. With its highly alkaline waters and unique minerals, only flamingos can survive here. These harsh conditions create an unforgiving environment where no other animals can endure. And yet, this fiery red lake remains the only place where flamingos can breed, compelling them to brave every danger just to reach it. At Lake Natron, life and death always go hand in hand. The danger doesn't come from crocodiles alone. Predatory birds, like eagles and hawks, circle above, their razor-sharp eyes scanning for young or weak flamingos, easy targets for a swift attack from the sky. Is Lake Natron truly a breeding paradise, or could it also be a deadly trap for the flamingos? On the other side of the globe lies Antarctica, where the struggle for survival becomes more brutal and challenging than ever before. The Antarctic seals, living on drifting ice and in the frigid seas, face a harsh migration journey each year. When the breeding season ends, they begin their journey from the icy regions to warmer waters in search of food, continuing to sustain life in an unforgiving environment. This journey is not just a simple migration, it is a battle for survival. Sharks, the ruthless predators of the ocean, are among the greatest dangers the seals must face. The great sharks, with their incredible power and speed, are among the most fearsome predators in the Antarctic Ocean. Armed with powerful muscles and razor-sharp teeth, they move through the water at lightning speed, launching sudden and deadly attacks. These sharks may not always be hunting, but when they spot a weak or isolated seal, they strike without hesitation. Beyond sharks, other marine predators, like killer whales, also lurk in the icy waters, turning every move the seals make into a race against death. Unlike sharks, killer whales are highly intelligent and hunt with remarkable teamwork. They move in coordinated pods, surrounding their prey, separating a seal from its group or shelter. Using sophisticated techniques, flipping seals to immobilize them, toying with them until exhaustion, or even tossing them off the ice into open water. These predators turn the hunt into a deadly game. Yes, That is the cruelty of nature toward the weak. In the wild, where every creature must face inevitable trials, life and death always walk side by side. But it's not just the seals. Every wild animal, from the salmon swimming upstream to spawn, to the wildebeest and zebras crossing the deadly Mara River, must confront nature's relentless brutality. Each must fight to survive, to overcome raging waters, deadly predators, and the unforgiving harshness of their world. This truth is heartbreaking, but it is also the essence of nature. It makes no distinction, offers no mercy to the weak. Only strength, resilience, and determination can help a creature endure nature's trials and survive. And when it can no longer continue, death arrives, not as an end, but as an inevitable part of the cycle of life. A tragic story, yet also the driving force behind the growth and continuity of the natural world. Can we ever truly understand the cruelty of nature, where even the weakest creatures, despite fighting with all they have, still face death? And can we do anything to change this cycle, or is it simply the way nature preserves its balance?